Okay, finally going to start working on the replacing the metal here on the front of the windshield. I got my replacement pieces. Hopefully will fit pretty good. They don't line up 100% perfect, so I'll have to do a little adjusting. So, but we'll see how well it goes. First thing I'll probably do is grind off the spot welds here, clean that up. I think right here is about the only spot it is still connected. Everything else is fairly loose, so I'll probably do half at a time and cut it, grind it. There's not a whole lot of good metal along here, so they say to cut it about a 1/4 inch down and butt weld it there, but depending on how much decent metal is there, I might have to go a little higher to make it work. But that's what today is going to do. I'm going to see if I can get that clean up and fit that in there and get the welding. Okay, so I kind of got it ground down pretty well. Got the reveal close. So shoot a little primer on that first, but I think I'll start trying to get the piece fit to it. So hopefully that'll line up the way it's supposed to. Definitely, I have to watch this because this is pretty flexible right now, so I want to make sure I get it really where it needs to be, not setting too low or too high. So I'll have to kind of be careful how I do that, but we'll go for it. Okay, so looking at this, it really is not bad all the way down until you get to right here. Not quite lining up the way it's going to have to, so I'll probably slice it here and bend this back up in here and kind of get a little more curve to make that radius right. Have to do a little work on it, but overall it's pretty close. Underneath here is pretty flat, so I think we're decent on that. I just got to do a little work on making that corner fit better. Okay, I think I got it pretty much trimmed down and cut how I want it. Fits in there pretty decent. I've got a little bit to push in right there, but I'm using this little gauge to kind of make sure that I've got the correct height all the way down And once I get that set all the way down, I'll tack it up, and then I can start welding it up. So I'm ready to fire up the old welder and start melting some metal. Okay, I got it pretty well tacked. It's solid, it's smooth. I think I can go ahead and get it all welded up, do a little grinding. So let's see how that goes. Well, after a fair amount of grinding, a little touch up and some more fine tuning, it actually looks really good. I'm super happy with this. It's good and solid. I filled this in a little bit more to fit the trim better, and I'll have to bond with that a little bit, but overall it went in really good. Took quite a bit of grinding to get it all smoothed out and everything, but I'm pleased with it and ready to do the other half now. Quite an improvement from going from this to that. So ready to get the rest of it done. Okay, I think I got it pretty close. It fits up really well. I've got good lip there to weld to. I think that's gonna be good. So spacing wise, it matched up pretty good with my little improvised gauge here, but I think now I'm ready to get it all welded and clean that baby up. Okay, well, it's lined up pretty good. The seam looks really good on this side, better than the first side, but looks really good. Chrome fits good here, so I think I will clean it up, wipe it down, and shoot a coat of primer on it before I go on to the next step. But man, that sure looks a whole lot better than it did, so I'm happy with what that ended up. Next will be the I'm not looking forward to this one because this is in rough shape. The back window is not good at all, so a lot of work to do on this. I'm going to end up replacing this entire piece, so that'll clean up a bunch of it, but that's going to be quite a bit of work. Well, as I get ready to start on the back of the bed here, looks like what I'm gonna have to do is cut along the edge in order to cut this out. The bottom lip is attached to this piece, so in order to get that all out, I've got to drill out these spot welds. So there's a lot of spot welds all the way across the bottom edge of this, so I'll drill out all those spot welds, cut along the edge, then I can drill this out. I'll go ahead and cut the lip of this off, make that a little easier to deal with, and hopefully that comes out somewhat easy. So a lot of work to do. Okay, I've gone through and pre-drilled the spot welds. I counted 31 spot welds all across the bottom of that. So I pre-drilled them with a 1/16 drill bit, and now I'll use a spot weld cutting bit to go through each one of them, and basically it cuts the first layer of sheet metal out. So that should release it, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, I've got them drilled out, or most of them, and I'm trying to make sure that it's all free. So go through and see if I can get them to pop loose here. Pretty close on all of them. Might have to touch them a little bit more just to get them to break. But yeah, that's pretty free there. I might have to go down here and touch a few more of those a little bit, but getting there. Okay, a little bit more to cut here and on the other corner, and I think it'll fall right out. So let's see if I can get this. Okay. Well, I've been looking forward to getting this out since the day I bought it. So I'll do some cleaning, drill out these spot welds so I can get the remaining parts off. Take notes of where all those are located, and then I can trial fit the new piece. The new one should the direct fit right in there, so I'm anxious to put that on there. Okay, well, I've got it, the pieces cut off here. The other side I got, but before I get much further, I've got some cracks here to take care of. I'll clean that up and re-weld that. I've got another crack right here. You can see it better on the back side, but I'll re-weld that. There's a couple thin spots underneath here where it was rusted, so I'll take and straighten these out, hammer and dolly them, and make this good and flat. And then I can do a trial fit on it. So, making a little bit of progress. Okay, well, there's always an issue, but I got the new piece clamped in place. Fits pretty good for the most part around there. The sides line up pretty good, but what I've got is a big issue here. Lines up decent here, and what I'm looking at is the lip here lines up with this piece right here, but as I get to the other side, it's a long ways from being where it needs to be. I got, I don't know how visible that is, but this is way down, does not line up with this at all. And after trying to figure it out, thought I could just bend it up, but what I've got is this piece is actually welded to this support part, and it's spot welded all along here. So when it was manufactured, they actually pulled this lip down too far, and I got this through original parts, but I've had it for a couple months and I'm past my return date, so I've called, I've emailed, I've been on hold, no one's called me back, and I'm really trying to figure out what I need to do, because this is okay, but it drops down. I don't know if you can see it right here. It kind of starts dropping down here and is off. So what I might have to do is just start drilling out these spot welds to release this so I can bring that back up to where it lines up. I don't really want to do that. I was hoping I could get a hold of somebody and I could return this to get a new one, but yeah, not good. So have to do some metal bending, I think. Okay, I got it tacked in place and welded. This turned out pretty good along the bottom with 31 extra holes to fill, so it's solid. I'm not going nowhere, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I'll do a little grinding and cleaning up, get some primer on it, and I think I'll be ready to go around the window then. But that's a lot of work to get that piece in there, so I'm pretty happy with it. All right, got a little primer on it, clean it up, ground the welds down. I think that's good for now until I actually get into doing the whole interior, but solid and primed, it's good. So now comes more fun. I'm gonna start cutting out the top of this. It looks like I can get the top layer off, but I don't know if that leaves me much underneath it here to weld to. I'm gonna just have to see how it looks once I grind it down and clean it up. So I'll cut out about the first half of it and put this first piece in and get it up in here. So we'll see if that fits okay. Be a slow process doing all the welding and grinding, but it's the only way it's gonna look better. Okay, wow, a lot of grinding, a lot of cleaning up on this, but first half is basically in. It's pretty close, but there's still a little touch up here and there to do, but I think I'll go ahead and get the other half of that in before I start on the sides to do this part. But that's pretty solid, and I think it's going to paint up really nice. Okay, well, let's try this. So that's how it ended up. Really looks pretty decent. Contour is good. It fits the chrome trim well. So now off to fix the sides. So pretty rough shape. I'll have to cut a piece of metal to actually fill this in. So I'll do the two sides, and then I've still got the rear glass, so I'll lay it in there, just kind of see how well it fits, and hopefully that's is good. So we'll see how that goes. So after looking at this for a little bit and trying to figure out what I'm going to do, I'll just cut this down. I've got a piece made up, but this area right here is going to be the biggest concern, because when you lay the trim piece in here, it's got a pretty good size curve to match up there. So I think what I'm going to do is make a piece to come across here with the curve on it, so I can form that up, and then just have it die off in behind here, and then run the other piece down through here and weld to it. So we'll see how that goes. I'll have to cut this out and get it to fit first, and then see how it looks after that. Okay, I got my piece cut, and it's going to fit something like this. So I think I can mark this off and cut it. And that should get rid of most of the bad part. I guess we'll see once I get it opened up, but I'll go ahead and get that cut out, and then I can kind of clean that out and see where I'm at with it. Okay, I've been doing a lot of cutting and fitting, little grinding, and making up my piece here. So I got a pretty good fit. A little gap there, but I can fix that. And what I've been trying to do is get this to fit where the trim fits really good. So to me, that looks pretty good. I'll be happy once I get that in there. So that should be a good fit. So I think I'm at a spot now where I can go ahead and get it tacked in there, make sure it all lines up good, and then I'll fill in this small piece here. I'll cut a piece to fit that, cut this little bit out here, get that rust out of there, and then weld it solid here. So should trim that out, make that nice and flush. So I'm anxious to do that. Okay, piece is in, it's sanded or ground down. I'm happy with the way it fit. Looks pretty good. I got the curve right here where I wanted it. I've got the trim piece here, and that matches up pretty good. So I'll do a little fill with Bondo and clean up the rough stuff there, but that should turn out pretty good. And then I've also got this other chrome piece that's going to fit here. So that's about where that's going to sit. And that turned out pretty good too. So I'm happy with the placement of them. I'll fill this in with Bondo and clean it all up, smooth it off, and this side will be done. Then it just leaves the other side over there, and then the back window should be done. Okay, I'll see if I can cut it along that line. Okay, looks like got a little metal there to work with. I'll get that coated, and I'll have to get this cut out now, and then I can start working on piecing it in. Okay, well, I've been struggling with this side. I got the hole cut, cleaned up, and I made my piece to fit in here, but I made it about 1/4 inch. I just didn't allow enough for the blade width when I cut it, so I had to tack weld this little strip on the back of it. But actually it worked out pretty good, because now it fits up in behind there, and it actually helps flush it up. So now when I clamp it in there, it actually flushes up really well. Maybe you can kind of see how much I was off. So I'll get that clamped in there, and then I've still got to get the corner piece cut in and welded, so I'm kind of struggling on that piece too. But once I get this set in there, and then I can tack it all up. So it's just taking me a little longer than it did on the other side. Okay, it's got welded in, so a lot of cleanup to do, but I had some rust right here that was popping through, so I filled those in, and we'll clean that up. See how that works out there. That was really pretty straight when I laid that piece in behind there to help line it up, and that really helped quite a bit, so anxious to see how that grinds down. Okay, I've got it ground down. I got a coat of mud on it. Looks fairly smooth. I got a little touch-up spot there, but overall I'm really happy. The trim fits in there just perfect. I'll let this dry and then sand it down, and I can prime it, and I think I'm real close on this. Well, there we go. Finally, the back is looking pretty good. Got it pretty much smoothed in, sealed up good. A little body work left to do, but the primer kind of lets me know where I'm at with it. And for the most part, I think I'm ready to move on to the next part. But that's a good feeling to get this at least to this point. So I've had it almost a year now, so yeah, it's about time I got something done on it. But so next will be the floor. I've got both halves to replace, and that'll be next. But overall, I'm pleased with the way the back panel turned in, and anxious for the next step. So thanks for watching this long with me, and if you enjoy it, give me a thumbs up. Thanks.